The US and Cuba are only 150 kilometers apart, but their distance has been further increased by decades of hostility, embargoes and travel bans. Disputes between the two countries began when the Communist Castro Brothers toppled the US-backed government of Cuba in 1961, and the failure of the US to overthrow Fidel Castro created paranoia back home. Cuba then decided to align itself with the USSR and allowed it to deploy nuclear missiles to the country. The missile crisis would later de-escalate, but diplomatic relations, commerce and travel between the countries have been problematic ever since. In 2014, US President Barack Obama signalled that both countries were now willing to open a new page in their relations.
We are calling on Cuba to unleash the potential of 11 million Cubans by ending unnecessary restrictions on their political, social, and economic activities. In that spirit, we should not allow U.S. sanctions to add to the burden of Cuban citizens that we seek to help.
And on July 20, 2015, both Washington and Havana reopened their embassies. This was less than a year after the White House promised to pressure US Congress to lift economic sanctions off Cuba. Many Cubans believe improving relations with the US would also improve their economic freedom.
For the average Cuban, to improve relations with the United States means to live in a less pressured way here in Cuba. In other words, there could be great improvement regarding the prices of products, fewer limitations, the easing of things, a better economic flow.
And changes have already begun to take place in Cuba. The government has increased internet connectivity throughout the country and reduced prices to access it.
Quizás 3 años atrás nunca pensé que pudiera estar haciendo esto hoy. Quizás lo pudiera hacer en un hotel, pero me cuesta muy caro y con mi situación de estudiante no puedo.
Ojalá el costo de la comunicación en Cuba se reduzca gracias a esa nueva puerta que se abre.
Google has also started to test the waters in Cuba and has visited the country twice. But many people in Cuba still desire greater change. Some of them lined up in front of the American embassy to get visas to see their relatives in the US after years of travel restrictions.
There's a lot of family there I have never even met, so just that hope to finally be able to meet them and see them and just finally see where our family's from.
And despite raised expectations, some people still remain skeptical. 43-year-old Jacqueline Caro is worried for the future of her 2 teenage daughters.
Los cambios que hay ahora con Cuba y Estados Unidos, dice que hay mucha mejoría, pero yo pienso que para mí no va a haber cambio. Y por lo tanto, yo quisiera irme, que mis hijas estén allá, que tengan un buen futuro.
Many Cubans have dreams for a better future. But now it may be up to both Washington and Havana to turn their dreams into reality.